Hey folks, this is Bailey from Wargaming, and I'd like to welcome you to our second video in our How to Charge series for Warhammer 40,000. This is our second lesson, our 102 lesson, and it'll be on how to perform a heroic intervention. Let's get to it. Here's the situation, folks. It is the Tyranid player's turn, and it is their charge phase, and they want to charge these Hormagaunts into the Dark Angel scouts in front of them. Now the powerful part about the heroic intervention ability is that it doesn't require dice. So in this video I'm not going to use dice to sort of highlight how powerful it is. So I'm just going to assume that I made this charge and this Hormagaunt is going to move. The first model has to move within an inch of an enemy model of the unit it declared a charge against in order for the charge to be successful. Now I have to be more than an inch away from a unit that I did not declare a charge against, like this master, so I'm more than an inch away from him so I can go there, and that is a legal charge. So I'm just going to keep moving these guys here. Moving this guy and his buddies that wanted to come along, and I have a completed charge. I'm going to daisy chain back to my synapse creature so I always pass my morale checks. So there we go. Now here we are at the end of the Tyranid player's charge phase, and this is the exciting part. The Dark Angels player is allowed to perform heroic interventions with his characters as long as one of his characters is within 3 inches of an enemy model. So let's check. He is clearly within 3 inches of this Hormagaunt here, so he's allowed to move up to 3 inches and into combat with this Hormagaunt. So he's going to move right there. Now the really scary part about this is that because the Hormagaunts did not declare the Master as a charged target, they're not allowed to target him in the fight phase, even though he's in combat with them. So he's going to go, when it's his turn, and he will pile in, so he's going to move closer to this guy, but still get his 3 inches of movement. He's going to come here. He's going to clear out these Hormagaunts here. Again, we're not rolling any dice because I just want to show you how powerful all of this is. Okay, and he's killed all those guys, so now he can consolidate towards the closest enemy model, which we'll say is this guy here. So he can move all the way up here to fight this Hormagaunt. Now, let's just leave things as they are and go right to the charge phase of the Dark Angels player. Now, notice in the first example, the Hormagaunts charged. Your opponent charging is not a prerequisite for you being able to heroically intervene. So, I check with my Swarm Lord here to see if he's within 3 inches of an enemy model. He is a character. Here's an enemy model here within 3 inches. So even though this is an ongoing combat and there was no charges made in the Dark Angels player's charge phase, I can still heroically intervene my Swarm Lord into combat with this Dark Angels Master. Now, because this is an ongoing combat and he did not charge, this Dark Angels Master would be able to target my Swarm Lord. Just because you heroically intervene doesn't mean you cannot be targeted by the models that you heroically intervene against. That only happens if they charge that turn and they did not declare you as a charged target. But as they were here and we heroically intervened, he could not be targeted. My master here, he wants in here, and these guys don't want to let him in because they know what's going to happen to him. He would heroically intervene. He would then pile in towards closest enemy model. He would then kill a bunch of enemy models. He would then continue to consolidate, and by consolidating to this particular model, that would allow on the Dark Angels player's turn for, I believe they're just within 3 here. If it's not, we'll just say it is. And then at the end of the charge phase of the Dark Angels player, even though there were no charges declared, this Swarm Lord would be able to heroically intervene and fight the Master, but the Master would be able to fight him back because he did not charge. He did not declare any charges, so it's an ongoing fight and they can choose to fight each other. There you have it, folks. That is how to perform a heroic intervention in the charge phase in Warhammer 40,000. If you like this video, please like it, comment below, and subscribe. If you want to learn more about how to play Warhammer 40,000 or do any hobby tricks, please follow this channel or go to our website and blog, which is linked in the description below. Until next time, I'm Bailey from Wargaming, reminding you that if your lists start to tank, then it is time to get dank.